Having no friends is totally fine. I think having friends these days is sometimes a little bit overrated. I think a lot of people these days are very to themselves. A lot of people choose not to have friends, or sometimes if they choose not to not have friends, they choose to not surround themselves with being social or making the effort to even call someone, even call your friends, because I'm sure we all have one or two friends, and that's all you really need. You don't need a big friend group. I think having a big friend group is one of the worst things to ever happen, because you realize is that the bigger your friend group is, the more people that don't really care about you. But bringing it back to just not having friends is that I think we misunderstand the idea is that when we were younger, we say, oh, go make new friends. And if you didn't make new friends, you would be considered a weirdo or a loser. But I never really understood this concept until now. You see, I always thought that not having friends was something unique, was something so powerful that not many people can handle. And that is loneliness. People can't handle being alone. But I think being alone is a very remarkable thing, as it's not only something that you can use the time wisely, but you learn, you grow, you adapt. But you see, when you have friends around you constantly doing nothing, you don't really get the luxury or chance of time to do that, because as we get older, our time is very limited. We go to work, we go to school. That's it. And then, yeah, we might be in a relationship, so a lot of our time is spent there. Or we might go to the gym, we might eat, we might do whatever, and a lot of our time is spent there as well. So having no friends is totally fine. And I think for anyone that has no friends and can spend a lot of their time alone, especially on the weekend, it's a superpower, it's a gift. And not many people that I personally know that can do that. But something that I realized is also, it's today's generation as well. I seen research done is the fact that our generation is very, very lonely. And I think this is mostly to have to do with our phone. It does. I mean, I can't see any other reason behind it. If it wasn't for our phone, I think more people will be more open. More people will be not so closed-minded, or another word would be not so closed down on other people. You see, when I went to the bar not too long ago, I noticed that everyone at the bar was all to themselves, all in their circle. And when you try to talk to other people, they just like brush it off. They were like, I don't want to make new friends. I don't want to really talk to you. And I get it, not everyone wants to make new friends. But oftentimes is that 20 or 30 years ago, this was not like this. At least this is what I heard, is that when you go to a bar, you're constantly meeting new people, constantly meeting interesting people, meeting people that you've never seen in your neighborhood until you've seen them at the bar. And now, today, it's not really like that. Everyone's just to themselves. Even in college, something I noticed is that everyone is really to themselves. They just go there, get a grade, graduate, and that's it. You don't really try to make new friends in college. But maybe that's just my experience. I'm sure it's not like that all over. But I also think that it's just our generation now. It's just who you surround yourself with, and hoping that maybe they might want to make friends. If not, you do what you gotta do, you know, because I think that's everyone's mentality nowadays. It's like they gotta do what they gotta do to survive. For example, when you go to work, clock in for 8 hours, get your paycheck, and go home. They're not there to socialize. They're not there to try to make new friends. And I get it. Some people are like this. And maybe now these days, more people are like this these days. But something I also noticed is the fact that I have more friends on the internet than in person these days. But why is this? Why did this happen? I just like, I don't know, honestly. But it just happened. And I say this because a lot of my close friends from high school, from middle school, even from elementary school, they all moved. They all went to a new state, a new city. And I guess as time went on, I still talk to them here and there, but it's really through the internet. It's really through social media and what I see on their stories. Another thing is, like, some people I know is through other countries, and these are internet friends. And the people that I surround myself with today are just co-workers. I don't really see myself really hanging out with them on the weekend, maybe, but probably not. And it's nothing against them. It's just more that I rather spend my time on the weekend working on my dream, hustling, making a better future for myself. And oftentimes it's like, this is just our generation too. It's like everything is so damn expensive. And not even that, it's like, what is there to do? Like, honestly, like, when we go out with friends, we often feel like, I wish I can go home. This is so boring. I gotta leave. I think it's the idea of just having a plan, having an idea that we have planned for the weekend, but knowing once we're there, we really don't want to be there. Or once we're there, we're thinking about how fast can I get home. But maybe this is just our generation. So I say having no friends is totally fine. Don't dwell too much on it. I believe that if you spend a lot of time on your own, use your time wisely. Learn, grow, adapt, read books, watch good movies, write, figure out what you want in this world, figure out how to make a better future, figure out how to make more income, get your bread up. That's all. I think that's what we live for these days. I know it sounds very depressing in a way, and the idea and the concept of just work, but oftentimes it's like, what is there to really do? And even if, let's say, you did have friends, and sometimes when we do have friends, it's the fact that we do get busy. We don't have time to go out drinking every weekend. We don't have time to go out every day after work or school to hang out with our friends. We're busy with work. We're busy with our lives, and maybe in our relationship, or maybe raising a family, or whatever. We get busy. So it's totally normal not to have friends. But that's going to be it for today's video. I will see you guys tomorrow. So have a good one, and peace.